Good evening, everyone. My name is Sylvia Alexander. I'm the chair of the Education, Libraries, and Cultural Affairs Committee. Thank you for attending. I think we should do the roll call first. My arms are too short. Julie Baez is in attendance. Emily Hausman is here, and Sebastian is here. So we have 4. Oh,
Constance also just came onto Zoom. I don't know if she has EC. Constance Barnes?
yes, she's sick.
Okay.
She's allowed to be there.
Okay. All right, yeah.
Constance. So this is
Library. Met her in person the other day. She was so nice. There's Rita again.
Okay. For the person who's calling in from the phone, 718.
That must be Georgia.
Okay, if you could please rename yourself. That would be very helpful.
Georgia, is that you?
Constance, unmute. Just a moment. Georgia, is that you?
Yes, it is.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Georgia.
You. Hi, dear.
Let's see. So that's taken care of. We have 2 sets of minutes that were not passed because I didn't have a quorum. That was November and December. Do you need a little brush up on what it was, or can we vote on it?
I read through them.
Ready to vote?
Good?
You vote, yeah.
You good? Okay, let's do the November first. Vote on it. Okay, so that passes. And, the December one also. You're so willing to do this. Okay, I'll fill this in later. Okay, so, there are a lot of things going on in the schools. I just want to, as my report, bring up a few things. Last month, I did a small explanation of the mayor's control of the public schools. He got 2 years when he became mayor 2 years ago, and that runs out in June 30th. And he is now being considered extending it. The governor has already decided to put it in her budget, which has nothing to do with her budget. It should not be there. But there have been meetings around the 5 boroughs, getting public information and discussing it. The feeling, the last one is the 29th, and that's going to be in Staten Island. By and large, the communities are a little upset that one person is making all the decisions. Mayor has his people on the board, and of course they vote with him. He picks the chancellor, and he makes policy, and everything that has been discussed takes a very long time. Pre-K, he took the money away. First he said he's going to fund it, then he said he's not going to fund it. A lot of things are going on with that, and many of the teachers feel that and the UFT feels that they want to have more of a say, and, the system doesn't allow that. So, many of the other, districts, not in the Bronx, but, across the city, want to go back to the school boards, which didn't work either. So, that doesn't seem to be where they're going, and, they want to tweak what we have, but a lot of people want to have a permanent decision on it so that it's fairer and the children get a better break, with the programs that don't seem to, one of the things that is my pet peeve is that reading has been a very big problem in the schools. And the mayor said that we're bringing back, the phonics, which worked. And all of a sudden now, the phonics is not being spoken about anymore, but now they call it, I have one here that tells me what it's called, Science of Reading. It's not mandated, but they want, they would like the teachers to do it, but they have to train the teachers in order to do it. So that hasn't happened yet, and now they say in the spring, which,
Science of reading is phonics-based, though.
what?
Science of reading is phonics-based.
I don't know what's gonna come out of this, but, you know, my feeling is that the kids go through only once, and they should be able to learn to read. They need that for the rest of their lives. And all this nonsense about this program and that program, and they don't work, and then they find out they don't work, and then they go to something else, and, you know, doesn't make any sense. That's something that, is being discussed, and hopefully they'll get their act together and children will learn how to read. Another thing that's happening is that, what is this? There seems to be a lot of tension in the schools regarding this flare-up of the Israel-Hamas situation. I guess the kids get it from their parents, and, then they bully the children, not kind. So, it seems that now they want to train the principals. The principals are supposed to train their staff, their teachers. How that's going to work out, I don't know. But, you know, there's a whole article here that, speaks to it. And, unfortunately, like in the universities, the teachers put their own personal feelings into speaking to the children about it, and that has not worked well. So, the lower grades, that wouldn't happen really, because they are the lower grades, but, I don't know how that's gonna work out. So, that's that. This is-
Sylvia, is that supposed to be implemented immediately, that training?
That is supposed to be implemented immediately to the principals,
Mhm.
and then sifted down to the staff and teachers.
Mhm.
Then, of course, by that time, at many of the schools, not so much in our district that I've heard of, but, the children accost other children in the hallways when they're like in middle school, high school, when they're changing classes, for this reason. You know, they choose a child that looks one way or the other and, attacks them. So, that, there's a lot of, trouble in the hallways. They have to, patrol that very well so that nothing happens. And, if everybody knew what was going on, maybe it wouldn't be that volatile. And that's really about the size of what I've collected as far as, information as to what the education world is doing. So, any questions?
Yeah, just following up, any update from the schools if they're going to participate in our meetings?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Any update from the schools, PS 81 or PS 24 or 7, any schools in the neighborhood would like to come to the community board meetings or at least to this committee once in a while?
They have stopped doing that. The PA presidents used to come. I got in touch with the principal of 24.
Mhm.
He couldn't make tonight, but he wants an alternative date, so I'm gonna ask him for February. They're not like they used to be. They were very willing to appear. Principals used to come and they told us, everything that was going on in their schools, both down the hill and up the hill, and, they're not doing that anymore.
Yeah, I think we're going to another year with budget priorities with no input from schools, so we make priorities without getting input from the schools in the neighborhood, so.
Right. I mean, I can only ask them,
Yeah.
and if they don't respond or not favorably, there's nothing I can do about it. But the principal of 24 will come. He's the only one that I've tried so far. But, I will continue to stay in touch with other schools and see if, I don't really know how to get the, PA presidents here. I don't know them, and, they change every year, so I can't keep up with it. Principals stay a longer time, so it's easier for me to contact them. Used to have a room full of people. Now, I mean, we do have, good people on the Zoom, and I'm happy to have that. So, with that, it's gonna be a short meeting. Are there any questions from Zoom? Anyone want to ask a question? Okay.
Julie's raising her hand.
Okay.
Is she clapping or she's raising her?
Let's see.
Julie?
Julie, I've just unmuted you.
Thank you. I was actually looking for the raised hand. Thank you for seeing that. I just wanted to say, well, first I have a question in regards to the mayor's control. Is the mayor asking something different than the previous two mayors, or is he just asking for a continuation of what's at hand?
He was very upset that he only got 2 years. And, the governor now is offering him 4 years, like all the other other mayors.
Okay, so he's asking
It started with, oh
Bloomberg.
God, I could say it's.
Bloomberg
You're right.
and de Blasio had it. They were
Right.
granted their 4 terms, their 4 years. Okay, and
He
then,
did the same, and the problem is that, this mayor, in my opinion, promises the world, and it's very hard to get into it. Because he waits and waits and waits, then he makes a decision, and then he changes his mind. So you never know what's going on.
and how have the scores been in the past, like since his tenure up until the present in the educational system?
As far as the mayor's control,
No, yeah, well, the school system, has it degraded so much since he's,
they
Since-
have not benefited from him, no. Is that what you're asking?
yeah,
No.
like has
No.
the statistics gone down under his control?
I believe that it has.
Okay,
Because, as I say, he makes a lot of promises, he doesn't follow through, and neither does the chancellor. He's always missing in action.
Mhm.
And then he, comes up with something and, a whole year goes by without it being implemented.
Okay, I would just recommend if
they
we just
hate
got
it.
some, maybe Farah
Yeah,
can help
they-
you get some statistics. And then my other point would have been, is rather, you mentioned that you only contacted PS24. Farah and the office staff can assist you in reaching out to all the schools. So contact Farah and she'll assist you in reaching out to the other schools. Because I know Sebastian's question is, have we contacted the other schools? So I would recommend getting in touch with Farah, and this way you guys can work on that.
Well, I get in touch with, I hear you and I will do that, but I feel that I have a relationship with the principals. So, and the new staff in our office does not. So I always think that is a better deal, but I can do the other two.
Yeah, you could do both because
Happy to do
if
it.
only 24, you could do both. I mean, Farah
Mhm. Yeah.
can help you on that.
Okay, very
Thank
good.
you, Sylvia. Thank you.
So, libraries. We have three, managers here, which is great. And, oh, no, actually four. We also have Melissa. I know that the Spuyten Duyvil had some problems with their heating system, but I know that it's been fixed. Are you happy now, Iga?
Yes, hi everyone. Thank you. So yes, we were closed for over a week, and thanks to community support and a lot of patrons advocated on our behalf and reached out to both Eric and Jeffrey Dinowitz. Yes, the pumps have been replaced with the brand new pumps. So I believe, according to our facilities, heating has been restored, and it should last for a while. So we should be okay, yes. But I really want to thank community, because if it wasn't for their support, yeah, it might have taken a little longer because of the budget, and there was it's always difficult to find money for bigger projects like that, and it was unexpected. So thank you again for the support. But yes, we were told by the facilities that brand new pumps were installed and we should be good to go.
Right.
So, yeah, so we back in business. We as busy as we were before we closed. Community is very happy to be back, and we slowly returning to our programming, and with weather still being cold outside, we get a lot of people in the branch. It's tight, but everyone is happy that the doors are open and it's warm.
Right. Well, you're a warm place to go.
Yes, definitely. I mean,
It's so
in the
cold.
neighborhood, yeah, the library is the place to be, and we pretty much the only open space for many people. So both students after school, nannies with their little ones, parents with their children, we're busy all day long. So we're very happy that the heat has been restored, and again, hopefully it will last much longer.
Right. Anything new with you, Rebecca?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Oh, I was calling on, I'm sorry, were you finished?
Yeah,
I don't want to
yes,
interrupt you.
unless there are questions. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's Rebecca from the I see Martha from Kingsbridge, and I have Melissa,
Right.
our
And
children's.
who is Rebecca F.? I thought that was Rebecca, but I guess it's
No,
not.
that's not Rebecca from Riverdale. I don't think she's
Right,
in the
right.
meeting. I don't know.
No.
Oh, no, Martha is here.
Yes,
Martha, I'm
hi.
asking you to unmute now.
How are you?
Hi, good evening. I'm a little dark. It's my curtains. I'm sorry. Let me pull that out. Hello, everyone. Is it still okay to say Happy New Year?
Of course.
Happy New Year. Yeah, so Aga's branch is restored and we're happy for her. But I have some current news that I just got like an hour ago. I just walked in the door. We got news that our building is going to be closed the remainder of the week and possibly next week. We have emergency building repairs, and I believe it's the HVAC system. So they came to do maintenance on it, and they noticed that something needed to be repaired. So they have to work on that, and they can't do it while the branch is open.
You're
And
there.
it's a repair that they said it's a potential hazard to be in the building. So, and we just found this out right now. So just like Aga, we're hoping that it's a quick turnaround. It's really displacing a lot of children with our after school program, or all the schools around our location. They come to the library, so we recognize that. But yeah, I mean, everything at Kingsbridge is thriving. We hit a bump. We'll take care of it as quickly as possible. I have confidence in the New York Public Library and all our vendors and contractors that they're going to get this resolved as quickly as possible. But yeah, that's what's going on at Kingsbridge. I
Right.
had a whole different notes and stuff for you all, but this is more pressing, and I wanted to share that with you guys right
Oh,
now.
thank
That's
you.
what's happening at Kingsbridge. So we'll keep everyone updated. We'll keep everybody posted. The staff will be in other locations. Some are going to DY, just like DY lend us help when they were closed, and we greatly appreciate it
Right.
because we were short of staff. We have a staff member that's out on infant care leave. She's having a baby. So it was very welcoming when DY was able to help us out. We were able to continue our programming and outreach with that help. So we're very happy. But yeah, a
Very
little
good.
bump. We'll keep you guys posted.
It
And thank you
happens.
for all your support.
Right, okay. As long as it gets fixed.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? A good group. Okay, so, the remainder of the meeting, has to do with the budget. Each year, we have a budget which is, sent to, the Office of Management and Budget downtown, and, they look at our requests, and, they then send responses, which I understand came in today, but they haven't been sent to us yet. And, there are some, items that, sometimes are picked up for our elected officials, which is very helpful because we don't get any money from downtown. It goes more for infrastructure and traffic and housing and all those kind of things. Education is not at the top of anybody's list. So Sarah met with, Eric Dinowitz today, the councilman, and, he is interested in, the item that I had on, I think it was on, I'm not sure. It had to do with the libraries, the asylum, speakers. I know that the libraries are helping them in many ways. Also helping them, with, getting them up to speed in terms of, giving welcoming kits to children and families, in outreach events, in-person ESOL classes to help with immigration services, improve their language skills, and connect with the community, which is a wonderful thing, and I was happy to put that in the requests last year. It seems that Eric is very interested and he wants to get involved with the program that you have with the library and the fact that I'm highlighting it. So I'm going to speak to his office and see if we can get something else going. I don't know that there's much more that we could do, but certainly I will look into it and see what we can do. That was very encouraging. And one of the others was that we put in was tutors are needed in lower grades. It seems that the fourth grade children during the pandemic suffered more than some of the other grades, and that is also a grade that is tested. So it is very apparent there's a lack there. And what else did we have? I think that was all for the capital. And the expense was a renovation of the PS24 auditorium. Be happy to look at that when that comes, the response, because I'm sure they're going to say there's no money for it. But maybe Eric will pick that up. He funded the field behind JFK, which was JFK, and he gave $100,000 to have that redone. So he is very generous, and hopefully that will come about again. I had a issue with coverage of safety officers at the schools. They were promised, and we'll have to see if they are, they have been given to the schools. I have not heard anything about it. And reinstate arts in the public schools. And yeah, so that's about it. But I would like the libraries to again speak to downtown and give me some information as to what I can include in my budget for the libraries. A lot of the cuts that were scheduled to be brought down on you by the mayor then were reinstated. So I don't know if your budgets are back to normal, or are they still short, or anybody want to answer that?
No, they are not back, and they haven't been back to where we were 2018. So the 6-day service that we have currently, we want to keep, right? And we've been sustaining them as best we could. We were very happy to hear that he didn't cut us an additional 5%. He already cut us before, which cut out Sunday service. And that was a significant cut. So we were really worried with this additional 5% cut would have been going back to a 5-day service and really getting rid of all the work that we've done, ESL program, after school program, technology, staffing. But we're not nowhere near where we should be. So yes, we would definitely working on advocating and lobbying. Lobby day is February 7th, I believe. I'll get you that information. I'll also get you more information about what is needed to fully restore the library and what it is that we need from the community. Right now, it's still in the early stages, but yeah, nowhere near where we need to be to sustain what the community needs. Sorry.
The budget chair that we have on the board, likes to have everything in a pattern, and he wanted us to initially start now, so that by April, we'll have everything in place. So every month, I'm going to have to bring this up, because that's what's wanted, and anytime you can get me that information, that would be great.
Yeah, absolutely. We will definitely get you that information. We do push also for that information, because we want to share that information and get it, started. But it's, we have to wait for that information to be given to us for us to be able to share it with you. But we're definitely pushing on our side also, Sylvia. Thank you.
Right. I've had discussions with him, heated discussions, because he wants it a certain way, and unfortunately, in this situation where I am in, we always sent letters to the principals to let them give me information about what they're needing. And Eric, the councilman, is now doing the same thing. So if he gets they get a letter from the councilman, or they get a letter from the community board, they know that the councilman is talking money. We're not. So, last year, nobody even asked me for anything. So I don't know exactly how to handle that yet, but I'm working on it.
Yeah, I will definitely get you that information. We're off right now. Well, I'm off. I took the remaining 3 days that we're closed for right now.
Right.
I took that time off. I'll be working from home, so that would be that's on my agenda on top of the
Great.
list. I will push for that.
Thank you so much,
You're welcome. No problem.
Martha. Melissa, do you have anything you want to share?
Nothing that Aga hasn't already said. Just we're very happy to be back at Spuyten Duyvil. We do have a new employee, a new information assistant who will be helping out with young adult programming. So hopefully we'll have more to tell about like tween and high school programming next month. I don't know if she's planning on getting started right away, but hopefully we'll have more to talk about for tweens and teens in the future.
Great. Great. Rita, you have your hand up?
Right, I'm trying to get
You're
this to work.
echoing.
I'm trying to work.
I don't know. I think it's on Rita's end though.
Yes, it's mine. I'm trying to talk to you, but I can't manage.
Right again.
Two devices.
Rita?
Yes, I'm trying to get on. I can't.
Oh, it's better.
Can you hear me?
Go ahead, Rita. Yes, much better.
Okay. I've been listening to the meeting, trying to speak, but it's not working. But I know years and years and years ago, they did the phonics method for teaching reading. And that was like the best
Yeah.
method. And I wish they would really go back to it full force so that maybe kids can learn to read again.
Right.
I'm
Thank
sorry
you.
that I'm having trouble talking on this. I've been on and I just can't do it.
Oh, that happens. You got it settled, so thank you for that.
Well, it's not very clear and I really can't be heard. But it's nice that you folks came out and you're involved in this. But we need to get other parents involved as well as school personnel.
Yeah, I have to see if I can figure that one out.
You know, the
Anyone
schools
else
used to
have
have
any questions?
PTA meetings, and a lot of parents used to come. And it's just, we need to
That's
find ways
true.
of getting people and school personnel to
Yeah.
show up.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I have to try to get maybe the office can get me a list of the PA presidents and I can make contact with them.
Right, that might be good.
We'll speak to Farah about that.
Right.
Maybe we can, out of their nice warm houses and come out to our cold meeting.
Right, right. Oh,
Or at least, at the very least, join us here on Zoom.
If, anyone around the table has any knowledge of our schools, our community schools, needing anything, we can always put it on our list. Maybe something that has come up with your children, being in school or something like that, where they, need smart boards or more technology or, you know, something like that, that we wouldn't know about. So we can incorporate that in next month and, you know, have it continue to bubble up and put it on the budget in April. Like that.
I think that's wonderful. I do second the auditorium for PS 24. I know you said it's not likely, but I saw it recently. I don't have a child that's 24 now, but it's not.
They haven't done anything since it started. Building is very old.
Mhm. Mhm.
There are, you know, broken seats and, you know, all kinds of things that need to be done.
Right.
And they don't seem to think it's important. In fact, the new schools don't even have auditoriums. They're building.
I was not aware of that.
Anything from SCA about the Van Cortlandt Motel and,
No, nothing else has come up. What they have to do is do the assessment of the environmental impact. I don't know when they're going to do that, but I will be getting in touch with them shortly, now that the new year is here. And as soon as I know something, I'll let you know.
delayed because they are using it as a migrant shelter?
So, can hear you.
I think it is used as a migrant shelter now, right?
They're there, yeah, yeah. But, with the migrant, families, there is a problem because the mayor has now, put a rule out that in 60 days they have to move out of shelters. So of course, the children that are going to a school will be taken out. So actually, that's very unfair for the children. There's no continuity of education. Nobody's saying that, anything about it, though, you know, like they're not saying you shouldn't be doing that or, you know, making other suggestions, so they're just doing it. I don't know. It's very sad because you see, on TV that the migrants are out at night on the sidewalks with children, little children. It's just amazing. Not in shelters. During that last rainstorm, they put them out. They normally are at Floyd Bennett Field in Brooklyn, and that floods, so they put them in a high school in my daughter's neighborhood, and that was only for a few hours. And at 3 o'clock in the morning, they moved them out again and put them back at Floyd Bennett Field. And you know, it's like a third world country, you know. I think it's awful.
Let me go back, because I got something on it. You can hear me a little bit. I'll come back.
Are you speaking? Okay, anyone have any more questions, or else I'll entertain a motion to adjourn? Very quick. To adjourn? Thank you very much for everyone that came out in the cold, and we'll see you next month. Very much.